had a couple of emails, and I have to personally apologise to some of our listeners for me using the F word on the last show. I do apologise wholeheartedly. It will not happen again.
He did have a granddad moment. We all heard it.
Yeah, but it's a serious though, Vish. You know what I mean? Because we cannot be swearing like that. Because we did say.
I'll put my hand up and my hand on my heart and say I do have a problem with my swearing because I swear all the time.
Yeah.
Even I've kept it quite quiet.
So basically, guys, I do apologise wholeheartedly. Our opening track there was Miley Cyrus's new single, "Can't Be Tamed." I think that's a good track. It's a good rocky beat to it. And a lot of people out there say we've got a Miley Cyrus fascination, but at the end of the day, we've only played a couple of her tracks and a couple of Selena Gomez ones. But we've got a lot to cover in today's show, a hell of a lot. Looking at our board up in the studio, it's a lot. Now we've been downloaded quite a bit over the last month.
Yeah, you can say quite a bit.
So we've got at the top. We're going to take this opportunity to give a shout out to our American listeners in Winnipeg, Texas, LA, New York, Detroit.
Give a shout out to our
the United States, basically.
Give a shout out to all our listeners in India.
Yeah.
And Australia.
Yeah. And Central Europe and the UK. Guys, we would love to mention you by name. Send us an emails. You know the email addresses by now. Mine's David at PCTechRadio.com.
And mine's is Vishal at PCTechRadio.com.
As you know, as we said, the Free For All show is a bit of a laugh. We'll go over some of the stuff that we've covered in the prior 3 shows. Vishal has found some extra stuff from when we did the operating systems versus shows, so we'll be covering that. We're also going to be covering a new thing that we're going to be doing. We decided to do video podcasting now. Wholeheartedly, hand on heart, we thought it'd be a good idea to do video podcasting, but I'm going to take this opportunity to
granddad moment.
Yeah, to introduce PC Tech Radio TV. That will be the name of our podcast. Our first segment, or segments, we haven't decided yet, will be an introduction to the studio. You'll see how it works. You'll see what we do to record a show. We'll do it from start to finish.
Yep.
So you'll see the background of how we do our research.
You'd also get to see about what we're like, as in, for example, like right now my hand's going close to hitting him right in the head, but you can't really see me doing it. But while we're there, you'll actually see me giving him the dirtiest looks.
But what you don't see is the double-edged knife going towards a private area of Vishal. So
we all heard it. We all heard it. If I wind up in hospital, he's done it. It doesn't matter what's wrong with me. If I wind up in hospital, he's the victim here. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So as you know, the Free For All show is a bit of a laugh. It's unrestrained. We try and have a laugh and a joke on this show and go back over a few topics. Now, we've been asked to cover quite a lot. We've got a few questions from the listeners out there for Vishal and myself. I have made a note of them. I will dig them out while we're...
I'd also like to thank all of our people that have sent questions recently, because, for example, obviously you've given us more stuff to do.
Yeah.
I think everyone has kind of grasped the point now that if it's a question regarding software, you send it to my email address, not David's.
Well, the thing is, I don't think they knew how to spell your name. So, okay. But even though it's listed on the Facebook group, we need to give a shout out to the Facebook group as well.
We also need to give a shout out to everyone joining on MySpace, Twitter, and My Yearbook.
Guys, thanks for supporting PC Tech Radio, please,
and all our followers on all our podcast sites that we've signed up to, and iTunes.
We've signed over the last couple of weeks. We've been really, really busy. We've signed up to I don't know, about 20, no, more than that. 30, 40 podcast directories to obviously expand the audience and get more questions in. We will be upgrading the website in 2 weeks' time to overhaul it, and basically on there we're going to have a new page which will house our video podcasts. We can be found on YouTube under PCTechRadio. Vishal sat there with a grin on his face. What's up?
No, because I'm thinking of the guy who's actually doing it. I want to call him by his nickname, but I can't.
Why? What is his nickname?
We
tell me during the song break.
Yeah,
so
we know what his name is. Basically, you take the last letter off and you pronounce it with the first 4 letters, and then you say the last letter at the end.
Oh, we can't do that.
Yeah.
We can't do
we
that.
We all know who it is.
We know who he is, and he knows who he is. So, well, I'm going to say it. Niraj, if you're listening to the podcast, we'll be in touch about the website. So
Neeraj.
Yeah. So, but basically, thanks to everybody who's basically listened to us and had a laugh. If you've downloaded us by mistake, even then, we hope you've enjoyed the show. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really bother us that we're downloaded by mistake, as long as people enjoy the show, enjoy the music.
Yeah.
And this is what it's all about. And hopefully, we can do the same with PC Tech Radio TV. Which is our video podcast, which will be our video podcast. We're also going to have a new feature. I need to actually talk to you about this during the break, Rish, because I need your intake about it. We're going to be able to accept live call-ins.
Okay. Yep.
To PC Tech Radio. We're going to sign up with Skype.
Nice.
And we're going to get that organised. We're going to go into a lot more detail about what we're going to cover on the website. We're going to go back over some stuff. We're also going to do the questions and everything that we've had. There's a stumper for Vishal. Oh, I wonder if he's done his research for this one. We also need to give a shout out to Phil from Birmingham, who put a polite request in, asking if we can do
some really early 90s and 80s old school R&B.
Yeah.
We will be covering that.
Phil,
in the next couple of shows, we will definitely be covering that. We've got our track list ready.
Yeah.
But because this is just our free-for-all show, and we've kind of turned up at the show and not had any time to plan anything.
And basically,
we've got the music that we've already got.
The free-for-all show, basically, guys, as our hardened listeners are aware, we just walk in, do it, done, gone.
Yeah.
That's basically it. That's it.
Yeah. We have a laugh. We don't talk specifically about computers. We talk about everything and
anything. Of everything that we've covered. Stuff that's happened to us during the week, which there's a lot of. You need to speak to me about something that you mentioned at work, actually.
Is it the conversation we were having?
Yeah, earlier. I need to tell you something, actually. Oh
God, this is going to be funny. This is going to be funny.
So, guys, the next track we're going to play, this is one of Vishal's. So, Vish, what's this track?
This is Lil Wayne featuring Jay-Z and Mr. Carter off his old album, I think, The Carter Third.
Okay, guys, we'll be back after this track with some questions from yourselves and more good fun times on the Free For All show here at PC Tech Radio. Hope you like this. This is your question to Vishal. Okay, obviously Phil from Birmingham sent us that email requesting that we do...
It better not be the Phil that I was speaking to earlier today.
Old school R&B, which Phil?
The one I was speaking to earlier today.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Wasn't that Phil.
I was going to say...
Wasn't that Phil?
It better not be...
Wasn't that Phil? Don't worry. Wasn't him.
Oh, thank God.
He was a bit of a nightmare, so...
No. Life-saving more like...
No offence, but... we do know our bit about computers, but I think he goes on a bit extra.
Fair enough.
But this is a completely different Phil, and this is a question from him.
Yeah.
Okay. He's basically put, "Hi guys there at PC Tech Radio. Here it is, plain and simple. Between OS X Leopard, Windows 7, what would you guys say is the best for gaming using Half-Life, WoW," which for those out there means World of Warcraft.
Yep.
and Chrysalis. Now I've never played that, but I've heard it's a good.
Chrysalis is like it's meant to be.
Is it a first-person shooter?
I think it is. Well, in terms of how graphical it is and how good it is.
Yeah,
Chrysalis is meant to be almost as good as World of Warcraft.
Right.
It's meant to be like World of Warcraft. When you've got something good.
So to finish this question, it's basically Chrysalis. As I have both systems, so that means Phil. Obviously, you're trying to say here that you've got a Mac and a PC.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can't tell the difference really between the two, graphic-wise and performance.
Okay.
In your opinion, which is the better of the two?
Okay.
So basically, hold on. And please, guys, I would wonder if you can include this in your next show. Thanks, Phil from Birmingham. Phil, you're in this show. Good on you, mate. Send us another email. We'll look forward to this. Now, I'm gonna chuck the laptop at Vishal because he's done a little bit of the research.
Right. Prior to doing any research, if somebody would have asked me this question, I would have said Windows 7 hands down. Yeah. No doubt about it. Right. I'm not saying OS X has won this or Windows 7 has won this. I'm just saying, if someone just asked me out the blue in the middle of the street, which one would you pick?
Yeah, because of what we've seen on the laptop.
Because of what we've seen
on the studio
I've
laptop.
never seen OS X. I've never used Mac. I'm not an Apple person.
When I went to the Apple store to check out our new equipment that we were going to purchase for the show, I'll tell you something, dude. It's on a whole new level. It's on a whole new playing field. Realistically. And basically, it's a case of, hopefully, we can answer your question, Phil. Now, Vishal's just getting the bookmarks that he's found. We're going to give you a list of the websites that we found the results on so you can check them yourself. And we hope that this helps if we can get the internet connection working here in the studio.
Yep.
Here we go.
Thank David's brilliant connection.
This is which review is this off? This is off.
This is Mac OS X versus Windows 7 64-bit.
Yeah.
Now, I know Phil stressed about 32-bit. But
yeah,
we've done all our research and we can't find anything where they've compared Mac OS X to 32-bit. So what we've done is we've used 64-bit. Using general knowledge, 64-bit is obviously a lot better than 32-bit. We all know that. Yeah. But what we've done...
And this is from Anantech, this review. So basically, we don't do our own reviews. We would do if we had the equipment in the studio.
Yeah.
Because we'd want to test this stuff, but especially I want to play some of those games,
Oh yeah.
Especially on the Mac or Windows 7. But basically, this is what we've found.
What we've found is they've talked firstly about image quality. Now, they've compared one game, so this is a little bit that we found about Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
So
this answers about Half-Life anyway.
Yeah. Right. What they've said is image quality is still foggy. So what they've said is the quality under the OS X system is noticeably worse than Windows. So they've actually shown both of them. So what they've said is Mac screenshots, the screenshots they've taken are foggier for some reason, despite the fix that was applied to the portal. Half-Life 2 appears to be worse texture filtering quality under the OS X than it is in Windows.
So basically, they're on equal playing fields.
Yeah.
Because they're still dealing with problems.
Yeah. Windows 7, the screenshot they've taken, Windows 7 has got a lot more of a clearer and crisper image.
Yeah.
Than Mac OS X has.
Right.
So in terms of image quality, it is a lot better. Right. But then what they've said is there's something actually wrong with the AF setting on the OS X. When they've reverted it to the trilinear filtering, it's ended up changing itself, and it's gone a bit better, but it's still not as good as Windows 7.
Okay.
But this is basically to say, right, if you have Windows 7, you don't need to change any settings, you don't need to fiddle around with anything.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing with those settings and you fiddle with them and they go incorrect, it might make it even worse than it already is.
Yeah.
So with Windows 7, you put the game in, you start playing the game, and it works, and it's done, and it's in good quality.
Mac OS, you have to fiddle about with it for a bit to get... Yeah.
Right, and
so
then...
basically, Phil, hopefully that's answered. I mean, I'm assuming, I'm going to assume, because we couldn't find anything on WoW or Chrysalis, could we? So I'm assuming it's going to be the same result for those games as well. If we're wrong, you can email the show and let us know. Obviously, for all the software issues which this comes under, this is visual@PCTechRadio.com. As we said at the top of the show, we're going to cover some old ground as well. So, Phil.
Well, I've actually still got just a little bit more about this as well.
Go on. I'll let you
just
finish
a little bit more about this. We're also going to be talking a little bit about the performance of it as well. What we've done is we've test bedded the system specifications. Well, they didn't test bed on the system specifications. They've taken a Mac Pro and
that's a MacBook Pro, yeah.
Yeah, MacBook Pro, and they've tested Windows 7 and Windows 7 64-bit and the OS X system. OS X system is 10.6.3. Right, what they've done is we've tested it and we've looked at the performance of it. Now,
not we've tested it personally.
Sorry,
yeah.
They've tested it.
They've tested it.
Yeah. What they've done is they've had a NVIDIA GTX 285 graphics card.
Ooh. Don't mention that graphics card. I want that graphics card.
Right.
That's not fair.
And they've talked about the frames per second in the performance of Half-Life 2. So they've got a 13-inch MacBook Pro with a 1280 by 800 screen resolution. Mac OS X has got 44.2 frames per second, which is good. I have to say, it's quite good.
Yeah.
Windows 7 64-bit has got 68 frames per second. The more frames you've got, the clearer and the less jittery. Less jittery. You know, like in old games when you didn't have proper machines and you tried to move the screen and it would stop for half a second and then it would move again.
Yeah.
And it would do that. This is the more frames per second you have, the more smoother the actual game
the
is.
gameplay is. Yeah.
Right. So we've had that, and then we've looked. They've got a graph here as well, talking about the performance of it, frames per second. We've got a graph of it as well. Got Windows 7 64-bit and then Windows 7 64 with multi-core rendering enabled as well. And
not bad.
Windows 7 64-bit has just wet the floor again.
Okay, right. Phil, we hope that answers partially your question. I mean, we're not putting down Apple or their software. It's just you may have to fiddle a bit with the games when you come to install them. And any issues with Apple software or hardware, it's always good to book an appointment with the Genius Bar in your local Apple store if you have one. Now, seeing as you're from Birmingham, Phil, the nearest one is the Bullring, isn't it? The Apple store.
One in the Bullring, right next door, I think, to H&M and Gap.
Yeah. So basically, Phil, if there's any problems, you can pop in, book an appointment with the Genius Bar, and they can walk you through how to set your filters and stuff for the games. Hope that's answered your question. If not,
I've got one more quick thing as well.
Right.
We compared about games. Now I'll just talk quickly, just a little bit about normal performance tests, like booting up time.
Oh yeah, this is that website you come across, isn't it?
Yeah, about booting up time. This is off CNET, which is download.com.
Yeah.
CNET actually do some of this stuff as well. Now I've got a graph here, which obviously we'll post the site links and everything, so you guys can see for yourself. About everything.
We can do that.
What they've done is they've done a bench test in seconds about how long it takes. So there's multimedia, multitasking. So it's like having loads of things open at the same time. Mac OS X was a lot better than Windows 7. Shutdown time, Mac OS X was better than Windows 7. boot up time, Mac OS X was better than Windows 7, and iTunes encoding, it was better than Windows 7.
Well, because it's Mac.
Yeah.
You know, Mac and iTunes are made to be together, basically. Okay, Phil, we hope that answers...
But...
Go on, what's the next one? What's the next one?
But what they've done, they've put Call of Duty 4, the game, and they've tested the performance about... Was it in high performance mode? About...
Well, let's just say high performance mode. Come on, we don't need to go into too much detail. This is the free for all show, after all.
And basically, the longer the bar is, the better it is. Well, they measured it. Mac OS X got 5,437. Windows 7 64-bit got 5,777.
So there's not much difference then.
No, that is actually quite a bit different. Quite a bit of a big difference.
Now, again, I will say it again, Phil, we hope this answers your questions. Again, if you've got any issues with your Mac stuff, take it to your local app. We found, as you guys are aware, we did, how many shows was it, Vish? I mean, we did
3 shows.
It was the
4.
Was it 4? Yeah, because we did 98 versus Windows
XP
versus XP and Vista. Vista and Windows 7, so it was
3. But then we did another one where we did I think and then we did Vista Ultimate versus Windows 7 Ultimate.
Yes, I believe so.
I'm sure we did do a show on that.
If we didn't, please email us and tell us that we're being silly and stupid and that we've
no, Grandad is being
yeah, but you were the one that mentioned it, so
no, I said I'm not sure.
Okay, we're not gonna argue about this. So right, we did those 3 shows. That was, I think that was shows 10 to was it?
No, 9 till 12, I think.
9 till 12, wasn't it? Now we came across some interesting information on a couple of sites that we decided to bring it up on this show because obviously it's the free for all show, and then we're going to get into the antivirus problem that I was emailed about, because we both got an opinion on that, haven't we, Vish?
Yep.
On that, but what have you found out about?
Right,
the optional extras that we've...
Yeah, this is another place called MaximumPC.com, and they've got one. They've got XP versus Vista versus Windows 7, and in order to test it,
this is going to be quick because it's all 3 in 1.
Right, they've done application performance, network, disk, and gaming. They put an Intel Core 2 Quad Q9770 Extreme processor.
Now, for those who aren't technical savvy, a quad processor, guys, is like 8 processors in one. So basically, if it's 2.2 gig, you times that by 8. If it's 1.1 gig, you times that by 8, so on and so forth, and that gives you the speed of your processor.
No, quad core, 4 processors.
Oh, it's,
not 8. Grandad.
I'm losing it.
Sorry for people who are tech savvy.
I've been working hard today.
And he calls himself a hardware expert. And he
will
didn't know that.
Will you stop?
That's like me turning around and saying, "How do you log into Windows?"
Stop! I'm having a bad day today. I've been working very hard.
Hey, you came into work late at like lunchtime. I was at work 6 o'clock in the morning today.
Yeah, okay. But come on. At least I did it.
When I was at work at 6 o'clock, you were lying in your bed.
Actually, no, I wasn't. I was actually up at 5:30 this morning.
Why?
Because I was doing some research for the next show after this one.
Well done. He's actually done something good for once.
That's why.
But you were probably sleeping for the rest of the morning after that, weren't you?
I didn't get up till 11 after that.
There you go. While I was at work working.
Aww. Right. Little smallest violin in the world. Okay, so it's times 4.
Yep, 4 gig DDR2 RAM, a 1 terabyte hard disk.
So basically the same systems running each one, yeah?
And an ATI Radeon 4890 video card.
Right. So we're going to break this down quickly, guys, because we don't want to drag this out, because we've already covered these.
And just for tech-savvy people, they used a manufactured, overclocked GeForce GTX 285.
And that's the board we want. Right, guys, we're gonna quickly just go through this and give our opinion on it and give a quick
They've talked about
breakdown.
applications. What they've said is, in terms of performance, a few things really stood out. They go, first, it seems that the hard drive performance problems were plagued in the early editions of Vista, but are solved once and for all in Windows 7.
So basically, as we stated in Vista versus 7, you know, Vista was the stopgap between Windows 7 coming out, and they've completely solved that issue, which is good.
But there is something that I don't think David knows, because I don't think he's read this either, and he's going to be quite shocked at when I say this.
Go on.
Windows 7 was faster than Vista Service Pack 2, but was a few % slower than XP Service Pack 3.
I can believe that, actually.
I'm a bit surprised on that, actually.
I'm not. I can believe that, because if you notice, when Service Pack 3 came out for XP,
Yeah.
things started to increase on opening time and stuff like that. It was quite good, which is why I enjoy having XP on the studio computer, which is why I won't move it just yet. So, you know, overall, Vish, off this, I know it's going to be a pain in the neck, but we've covered most of this already in the prior shows.
Well, I mean, they've they've done a little bit more. They've talked about some of the programs and stuff. An easy one that people should know: Adobe Photoshop.
Yeah, okay, because everybody uses, well,
quite a lot of people.
A lot of people use it to take red eye out of photos and stuff. Go on, Vish,
we've got that Windows XP x86, which is a 64-bit.
No. x86 is the 32-bit.
Is that the 32?
Yeah, x86 is 32-bit, and
the
64 is x64, and then you've got another one.
X112, I think.
I think that's the.
That's got to be the 64-bit.
No. X64 is 64-bit.
Yeah.
x86 is 32-bit.
Yeah.
That's how it splits. Because remember when I said that when I was upgrading the studio laptop to Windows 7, it only said x64 and x86 when I was doing the upgrade. I had to go online to double check and refresh my memory.
That is the correct one.
That is the correct one. Because all I could upgrade to was 32-bit, because the laptop doesn't support 64-bit. So x86 is actually 32-bit.
And surprisingly on this one, XP took 141 seconds. Vista 64-bit took 127 seconds.
Hold on, that's 64-bit Vista.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And Windows 7 64-bit took 140 seconds.
That's surprising, actually. That is a shock. Okay. So what's the overall... I know we're rushing ahead, but what's the overall outcome?
Well, overall outcome on that one was kind of like Vista kind of won that one, apparently. But then they've done network benchmark tests as well. Yeah. Like downloading stuff. Not downloading files, as in like transferring files from one computer to another.
Yeah.
And downloading them server or computer to computer. XP took 46.9, Vista took 56.3, Windows 7 21.8.
Ouch! That's fast.
And upload XP 20.5, Windows 7 16.9, Windows Vista 16.5.
Yeah, but that's only a marginal difference.
0.4.
I would still give that to Windows 7 due to the fact that
the download speed was like twice as good.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god, I've just saw the other one. Oh god.
Here we go.
Right,
what's this one? Come
on. Right, Vista in the file transfer for large files.
Yeah.
Vista took 4.3 seconds. Windows won it. Windows 7 won it on 4.1. Windows XP 46.2.
Yeah, but don't forget, Windows XP is out.
I didn't expect it to be that bad.
Yeah, but it's few and far between with XP. It's normally hit or miss. It depends what.
Upload. XP was 4.9. Vista was 4.6. Windows 7 3.9.
Not bad. So on here, so we don't clog everybody's airwaves up with more information than they've already got from the prior shows. What is the overall outcome on the website between the three operating systems? What do they give it?
Looks like Windows 7's won it.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. I mean, the next one we've got is gaming. So I can do one on gaming.
Okay.
Right.
Go on. Let's.
Right now, you've got your DirectX. Now, there's DirectX 10 and there's DirectX 9. Now, for DirectX 10, the games that we're stating now, Windows XP doesn't have them. They're not available for Windows XP. Due to the fact that it's
that's
DirectX
not
10.
available, yeah, because...
So they haven't benchmarked this one at all for XP.
Okay.
So this is only
Vista.
between
Vista and 7.
And 7.
Now, I've got to hear this. I haven't seen... now, I'm going to stress, I haven't seen any of these results.
Yeah, I'm actually telling them to now while I'm actually looking at it.
I refuse to have a look at the bookmarks when Visual bookmarked them on Firefox, because I wanted to be surprised, so go on.
Okay, frames per second for Far Cry 2 in high quality. Frames per second, Windows Vista 52.9, Windows 7 53.1. Very little difference, if any.
Very little.
In Far Cry 2 in lower quality, 57.8 for Vista, 58.4 for Windows 7. Again, very little.
Very little between them.
Crysis, very high quality, no AAs involved in this one.
Okay.
Exactly the same, 31.4. Crysis very high with 4 AAs. Windows Vista 27.5, Windows 7 27.6.
Ooh.
It's like very little, if any, difference. But then when DirectX 9 comes in, it all changes.
Okay,
Far Cry 2 high quality.
Hold on, was that DirectX 10?
Yeah, this is for DirectX 9.
Okay, but isn't DirectX 10 the latest version of DirectX?
DirectX 11 is the latest one. There's DirectX 11 as well.
Okay, so
But
we are going in reverse on this then, guys. Sorry about that.
But the only reason I did 10 first is because there was no XP involved.
Okay, so DirectX 9...
DirectX 9 has got stuff available for Windows XP as well.
Yeah, because obviously you need it to play some of the games.
So we've got Far Cry 2 in high quality. Frames per second. XP 42. Windows Vista 41.6. So XP's already beaten it. And Windows 7...
No. Vista's 42.
XP is 42.
XP... Oh!
Vista is 41.6.
Hold on.
Yes. In high quality, yes. And let's just wrap this up. Windows 7 45.5.
Ouch. Okay.
But Far Cry 2 in low quality... I don't seem to understand this. Far Cry 2 in low quality... Windows 7 was 45.5 in high quality. In low quality, it's 41.2. Don't understand how that works.
Because it's not using the most on the graphics, so it lowers the speed of the frames per second.
Okay, but Windows Vista got 46, and XP got 46.5.
Oh, by 5.
0.5.
By 0.5. Oh, that's... Oh.
And then we've got Crysis in high quality with no AAs. 47.7 for XP. And I'll just tell you it's won it. Vista, 44.4. Windows 7, 41.6.
That's not bad, you know, but...
6 frames per second.
Yeah, but... Think about it. Windows 7 anyway needs higher graphics qualities because I mean you've seen it.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
Crisis in high quality with 4 AAs. XP 40. Won it again.
Yeah.
Vista 36.1. Windows 7 36.
Ho. Ho ho.
But here we go again. Call of Duty 4 frames per second. XP 92.9. Vista 95.2. Windows
Vista
7.
actually won one.
Yeah. And Windows 7 97.8.
Nice. So basically, guys, stick with either XP or Windows 7. Don't go with Vista. That's what we're saying. Now,
Yeah.
Vish, we've had another complaint.
Okay.
Obviously, on the last show, we had a complaint about not uploading the list of routers that are affected by the new DNS. The old version of DNS.
Have you uploaded them, Grandad?
Not yet, because remember what we said, that we were going to get the photos of the routers so that people knew which router was which and which ones were affected.
Okay.
Right, I'm still at the moment tracking down the routers and getting the pictures. We're trying to do the best we can to give you the most information as possible, and that's the whole idea of why we're doing it. Now, after this, we're going to go into more about the website, the groups, and a few other optional extras that we are now offering here at PCTechRadio. So, guys, this is our next tune. And Vishal, who's this?
And our next track is the game featuring Lil Wayne, My Life.
Guys, enjoy. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We're just going through our online groups.
On David's crummy laptop.
No, it's not just my crummy laptop. It's the studio laptop.
Sorry, studio's crummy laptop. My mistake.
Yeah. So we've just checked our Facebook group. We've increased to 93 members. Guys, we're giving you a big shout out there. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the groups and things like that. We couldn't do it without you, to be honest. We can't seem to access our Twitter account at the moment to check how many members we've got, but I will be requesting. Didn't you sign up as PC Tech Radio Limited?
I did, but I signed in at my one. I can't remember my one.
Oh, right.
Because my one's automatically signed in at home.
You'll have to forward me the login details and save to my yearbook one as well. Don't go to never, go to remember. Okay,
this is my account, that's why.
Oh, is it? Ah, right, okay.
That's why you can't log in.
Ah, okay. But anyway, guys, we've got 93 members. We're giving a shout out to them. Obviously, as we said at the top of the show, this is the free for all, and we're having a bit of a laugh. Okay. So what we got on the My Yearbook?
One member.
Is that it?
Yeah.
One member. I guess who it is. It's Vishal.
Well, apparently that person who said, "Oh yeah, you haven't made the My Yearbook group," we've posted that. We've told him as well that there's a group out.
Yeah. So we are on My Yearbook for those who are interested. We're on Twitter. We're on the MySpace one.
Yeah, I've got the MySpace one as well.
So guys, look, for those who have joined our groups, thank you. We have a few announcements. The forums are up now on the website, and Vishal is in charge of those. So Vish, what stuff are you going to be running on the forums?
Well, we're going to try and get people to post questions and start having general conversations and discussions about software problems, hardware problems, just general talk. For example, you're thinking of getting something new and you start talking about it, obviously other users will be giving you their opinions as well about everything. I mean, not necessarily that my opinion or David's opinion is the best opinion in the world. It's only an opinion.
Yeah.
It's what you choose and what you want out of it.
It's like if I say to Vishal, I'll only buy an Acer laptop.
But then that's your choice. I mean,
yeah.
I might turn around and say Acer are rubbish.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion. It's not a fact.
Exactly. You know, we are also offering advertising space.
Yep.
Here at PCTechRadio for the show. If anybody listening is interested, they want to advertise a charity event or a business or anything like that, for each show we've got 2 30-second slots and it's 2 70-second slots, isn't it, Vish?
I think so.
You know, and we will create the ads for you, or if you have one in mind, we can accommodate by, but just make sure that it's in MP3 format.
Yeah. So
that we can put it on the show and then put it in. We are also giving a shout out to our subsidiary company, McGrath Computer Repairs and Upgrades. Bigging up myself there a bit, but we're offering a lot through those for any student out there. If you have a student union card for your particular university, we are offering 15% off all repairs and upgrades, and 15% off any built systems within reason. That's if the suppliers allow us to do that. But hopefully we'll have a few more things on there. Okay, what's the result?
I think David's lost it all.
Okay, so the MySpace group isn't being used. I think that just proves
that MySpace in my yearbook aren't really. That's like me saying, "Oh yeah, let's make a group on Bebo or High Five."
Yeah, you know. So I reckon we should just stick to Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone does want to use,
if anybody does want to use our Twitter group, our MySpace group, well, we've got a lot of members on Twitter. We just can't access it at the minute. Or MySpace, but I think it's between Twitter and Facebook. You can find us on there. We're not always online. We're always online on our personal accounts on Facebook. You can find us on there. You know, please post your questions on our Facebook wall, and we can go from there. And then, you know, we can answer them on the show, or we can email you back, whichever way you want to do it. Now, there's been a lot of complaints this week, to be honest, for stuff that we've said we're going to do that we haven't managed to do yet.
Okay.
Now, as I've stated, I was going to upload a load of stuff on eBay to auction off for the Mines Advisory Group. Now, I've just finished scanning in everything.
I think David's going a bit quiet because
okay.
I've actually got onto the PCTechRadio's Twitter site.
Woohoo! We got 22.
We've got 22 people.
That's cool. That is absolutely cool. So,
if you are signed up to it, please invite all your friends.
Yeah. Same with Facebook. Please invite all your friends. Giving a big shout out to our celebrity following on Facebook as well. Miley Cyrus, Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Tisdale, Michael Fraser,
Selena Gomez.
Yeah, Selena Gomez. Selly to her friends.
Yep.
Taylor Swift as well.
Oh yeah.
You know. Yeah, we're bigging up celebrities. Why not? You know, it's the free for all show. We played a Miley Cyrus track at the beginning of the show. So, is there any questions on there?
Well, there's a direct message that's been sent. I'm just gonna go to it. I bet you it's gonna be some junk.
You reckon?
Yeah.
This one, America. Hey, what's that? Who are they called? Ariel.
Yeah, Ariel Tech.
This is we've had a direct thing from Ariel Tech. We don't cover that sort of stuff. We do PCs. We don't do sat-nav. We can do sat-nav though, can't we? I suppose.
No, not really.
Not really. Nah, it's not worth it. But thank you to Ariel Tech anyway for thinking of us. Ooh.
Basically, do car audio.
Yeah, school car audio stuff.
But by car audio, we don't mean thumping subwoofers and
Yeah.
amps. We mean like
Portable speakers
and things like that.
and stuff like that. But we would cover it, but we don't. We're a PC orientated show. That's basically what we're going to do. Now, as for the website, we've touched on the forum, so we're going to start general conversation. Obviously, you're going to build up on that, didn't you, Rish?
Yep.
We're also going to have it revamped and redone by a good friend of ours, Niraj.
Niraj.
Yeah. Niraj, if you're listening, I've got a lot of work for you, mate. We've got the money coming in.
But thank you in advance for actually taking our work and taking the time off to do our work.
Exactly. We also, he doesn't, do you know, I haven't actually told him that he needs to add a page for our video podcast yet, so it's going to be a shock.
Oh God.
Oh dear, that's going to be an awkward one. That's going to add to the 300.
I might see him at the tournament tomorrow even.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
The badminton tournament. If you see him, tell him that he needs to ring me.
I don't know if he's going to be down or not, but he might come down, he might not come down.
So, but yeah, obviously we're doing a lot of things. We're doing a lot of advertising. We also need to put out there, if you want us to turn up at a charity event that you're hosting, we are able to do so, but we will send you out a pack to fill out and send us back. Basically, guys, terms and conditions and things like that. We do require. Well, we won't go into that. It's all in the pack. Let's just say that because
easy enough.
It's easy enough. But the website will be changing over the next month. Vishal will be doing a lot of work on the forum plus the Twitter group because you're in charge of that one. I'll be on the Facebook group answering questions during the next show, not this show, during the next show. So we will be online. We will be setting up Skype.
Yep, definitely.
Because guess what I found? I found that Skype speaker thing that you can plug in USB wise, and when people ring in, it's just like a speakerphone, so we can take phone calls.
Nice.
And I was also asked, one of the questions was, does PCTechRadio have an MSN account? Now, we don't have an official MSN account, but we are going to be creating one.
Yeah.
Guys, if you want to add PC Tech Radio on your MSN, please add us under admin@pctechradio.com. We're using our admin email because it's easier for us to basically.
I don't know if we can.
Do you reckon? Do you reckon we need to set up a Hotmail?
A Hotmail or a Live, whichever.
Okay. Don't add that email address then.
You'll have to use one of those.
We'll have to use a Hotmail account. So what we'll do is we'll create a Hotmail account and we'll give it to you. We'll post it on the Facebook group. So for all of those on Facebook, you know, add that on your MSN.
We'll put it on the Twitter group as well.
And we'll put it on the Twitter group. So basically,
I do have to give my apologies for all the people who are following us on Twitter or have followed us on Twitter.
That we haven't tweeted in it.
We haven't tweeted and done much on there. It's because most of the time we are Facebook people and we are on Facebook all the time.
Now I try and get on Twitter when I can, but what we're hoping to do on the forums is if people post questions to us personally, we will take those questions from our forum and we will respond to them.
If they're on the forum, they'll get responded to.
Yeah.
I'm on like 2-3 different forums anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, like if I log in there, I'll obviously every now and then I'll refresh the page and I'll see if anyone's written anything.
You know, it's just one of those, guys. I mean, we have covered quite a lot. We're also in regards to the album, which
Yeah.
is going to be released, I think we can make it a double album. Possibly.
Maybe.
We need to get that printer fixed for us, the R300, so we can...
Your baby.
My baby printer.
And I was thinking about throwing it out the window the other day.
If you'd have done that, I'd have kicked you around the studio. I'll tell you something, you wouldn't be alive. You'd be stomped into the carpet, seriously, because that printer, right? I can get an ink reservoir for that. I'll have to show it you during the next song break. I can get an ink reservoir for that printer. They stand about this big, right? They pump it in through, yeah? Do you know how many prints it can do?
Go on.
Over 6,000 to 7,000 before it runs out. And do you know how much each bottle is? $6.99. I can get it for each bottle of ink.
And I thought I was Indian.
You're looking at me in shock there, Vish. I mean,
And I thought I was Indian.
you know, looking at me in shock. When I go shopping, I mean, look at how much I've got them cartridges for to print off the...
Just for people who don't understand that, something that people stereotype Indian people as, they always look for discounts and stuff on cheap, right? And this guy's just done one even more cheap than what an Indian would do.
Yeah, but do you know how much the ink reservoir is going to cost for that?
How much?
Okay, take a guess.
$5.99?
A little bit more.
$6.99?
Nah, a little bit more.
$8.99?
A little bit more.
$10.99?
A little bit more.
$15.99?
£1 more.
$16.99?
Yeah. They are originally $59.99.
See, Indian. It's got a bit of Indianness in him.
I know. Like we've said before, we're not being racist because Vishal is Indian.
Yeah.
He is Indian. We're not being racist. So
That just reminds me of Goodness Gracious Me.
it's just... Oh, that was a class program. I loved it.
Oh, God.
English! Going for an English.
What about the one where the guy used to go, everything was Indian?
No, that's the posh ones, isn't it?
No. There's a guy who used to be a dad, and he used to have like a daughter and a son all the time. They used to change it around, and he used to go, oh, and there's one about Rudolph, and he goes, Rudolph, Indian, and he goes, look,
Yes,
look at Santa Claus, big beard, big hat, Indian.
yeah. I remember that. That was Sanjeev Bhaskar's character, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Indian dad. Did you ever watch the movie?
Which one?
Goodness Gracious Me, Going Back Home, or something along... I think the title of it was something... And you know the posh ones they used to do?
Yeah.
Who had everything, who had the money, and all this. They'd gone back home
Yeah.
to India, and then they're going, we can't put up with this. We need this, we need this, we need this. Where's the ski resort and all this? And it is quite funny. I'm going to have to try and get a hold of that, you know.
The funniest one I remember about the one that said everything was Indian. They did a mastermind style one where
as in the black chair.
And the black chair and everything. And then the guy starts, he goes, question 1. And then he starts saying the question and he goes, Indian, like halfway through the question. And then the next question goes, he says 2 words and he goes, Indian. Says that for 5 questions and he goes, you got 0 out of 5. And then he goes quiet and then he stands up, cups his hands together and goes, Indians invented 0.
Do you know what? Is that out on DVD? I'm sure I read somewhere that that's out.
I think they are out on DVD. You can buy them on DVD.
We're gonna have to.
You can view most of them on YouTube for free.
Yeah, but I'd rather have the DVD collection. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, because that. I mean, what was that? Early 90s.
Yeah, early 90s, mid 90s.
Yeah, you know, I used to stay up as a kid.
Used to
To
come at
watch
9
it.
o'clock
Yeah.
on BBC Two.
Yeah, I used to stay up as a kid and watch that because I used to be
9 o'clock on BBC Two.
hysterics.
Oh, they were brilliant.
As I've said, as we have said before we went off on that tangent there, we're gonna obviously release the album when we can and put it in the shop. Again,
By the way, this isn't David rapping or rocking to something. Yeah, this is like all our shows compiled into
yeah. basically.
Into a CD or 2 CDs.
Yeah. It's basically it's
This
not
isn't
me
me beatboxing.
It's not me and Vishal being the Milli Vanilli of being the Milli Vanilli of iTunes.
Yeah.
That just sounds wrong. I just had a picture of you in dreads.
Oh God! If only you people could actually see what I look like, and then he's talking about me in dreads.
Do you know what? First video podcast, I went through a wig with dreads just to see what it looks like. Or some cornrows, man.
Forget that. I ain't doing no cornrows.
Right. Okay. Not going too far off track.
We're gonna. You know what I'm gonna get him? I'm gonna get some Jerry curls. He can look like he's got a bowl cut on his head.
Oh, done that already, mate. Already had the bowl cut when I was a kid. You know, get the dish. That's why. Why do you think I shaved my hair now? But yeah, the album is basically our shows. So if you've missed them, we've got a lot of editing to do on them at the moment. There's a few things that we need to change and edit before we can actually produce it. And then we're going to go from there. We have also a special competition with some pre-designed t-shirts which we'll talk about after the next song break, which Vishal came across. Very good guy, and we're giving him a big shout out. I haven't actually emailed him yet, Vish,
Okay.
but we should give him a big shout out after this next song break. The next song is an old 90s song, I think it is. Sash, DJ Sash, as he's called, and Ecuador. Hope you guys like it. Here we go, guys, because that's just that's just.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's called. Well, it's. I gotta say sorry to the guy who doesn't know his English correctly, but he goes, "Worst revenge a girl can take over his boyfriend."
In other words, her
boyfriend.
But I think
it's very. We won't tell you what it is. We'll let you watch it for yourselves.
yeah, we won't say nothing. Cause
We'll give you the suspense.
okay, we're giving a shout out to for our special competition, because what I'm going to do is order 2 specially made PCTechRadio t-shirts.
Yep. Well, we're going to try to. We'll contact.
We're going to try to, because we'll get some done. And this is from Vish. It's
this is from a guy called Jay, but that's his real name. But
Yeah.
his
The
company
company-
is Diamond Tech Clothing.
now, guys. Seriously,
He's got a Facebook group.
he has a Facebook group. Seriously, take a look at this. Some of the designs he's got.
What we'll do on the Facebook group, if you guys are signed up to Facebook and you guys are signed up to our Facebook group, what we'll do is we'll actually send you a link on our page.
Yeah, well, not the page. We'll message it out to all the members.
Yeah, message it out to all the members, and we'll let you guys know that this is the guy's page.
Yeah.
He's got a page which you can like, and he's got a group page as well.
Yeah.
And in there, he's got very, very, very good t-shirts.
Yeah.
And
It goes.
I'll already tell you people.
That's just being
if you
modest,
are-
though,
yeah,
isn't it?
If
Yeah.
you guys are looking for a bargain, go somewhere else, because this ain't no bargain place.
Yeah.
These are proper quality good t-shirts.
You're paying for quality, guys. Seriously,
Yeah.
this is
It's
why
like-
we're going to buy 2. As you've seen on our shop, we need
It's
to.
it's like no disrespect. It's like you going to Aldi and buying something and expecting to be as good as Marks and Spencer's.
Yeah, but
doesn't work like that.
basically, guys, we're going to order 2 specialised shirts from him with our PC Tech Radio logo and slogan on. Have them designed. Once we have them, we'll be competitioning them off to the highest. Well, I'd say if we get 2, we'll do one as a competition prize.
Yep.
We'll figure out some hard question to put on the Facebook group to give you a specialised t-shirt, and we'll also be auctioning one off on behalf of the Mines Advisory Group. So basically, guys,
Better make it 3 t-shirts. I'll have one.
make it 5. I want one.
I'll definitely want one.
You know, because we need to put one on a frame in the studio, I think, just so we've got one.
And I'll have one which I can wear.
Do you know what? They're that good quality though. I wouldn't want to wear it. I'd be too scared.
I'd wear it. I'll show you. I'll show you one that I've got. Oh, it looks
But
wicked.
basically, guys, that's what we're going to do. That's going to be our competition. That's going to be later on, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Now, we announced at the beginning of the show, didn't we, about the video podcasting, and that we were going to do it this show, but we've had some good news, so we'll get into that after this.
And our next track, which surprisingly has never been released in the UK, never even been on music channels, never been on radios, nowhere whatsoever anyone has played this track whatsoever.
So basically, guys, this is a first.
This is a first, so if you're from the UK, you want to hear this. If you're from America, you will probably definitely hear this.
Yeah.
They've got an official music video out and everything like that. It's on YouTube, you can watch it on YouTube and everything. This track is Nas featuring Chris Brown and The Game, Make the World Go Around.
Okay, guys, I hope you enjoy this track. We'll be back after this track, and we'll be going into PCTechRadio TV. Yeah, just bear with us, guys, because we're just checking up some things on our podcast server to alleviate some... no, it's not that one. To check out some stats. That's all our episodes. That one is. So, what we're looking for is my podcast. There it is, stats. Because this will tell us where we've been downloaded in the world. If it will boot up the map when it's ready. Because it's still loading. Now, as we said at the top of the... Whoa! Okay, we've got some new shout-outs. And that was the one that interests me. That's India, isn't it? Again. Oh my gosh. Guys, we've missed one shout-out.
Oh yes.
We've missed one shout-out. That's Africa. We have to give a shout-out to our listeners in Africa, in the UK, in India, in Australia, in the States. Guys, if it weren't for you guys downloading and listening to us, we wouldn't do it, would we? We wouldn't be doing this for...
No, not at all.
Nothing. I know we always say, we'd...
4 downloads in Texas.
Yeah, well, this is just off our podcast server, but, we've got... This is just our latest stuff, but we've been downloaded in New York, Florida, all over the United States. We've been downloaded in India, so we won't go too much into that now. We have a new... how can we put this, Vish?
Someone from Tampa Bay.
Oh, I'm a Miami Dolphins fan.
Good. Makes it even better.
I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, but I don't mind somebody listening to us from Tampa Bay. That's brilliant. Now, guys, we'd like to thank you profusely, actually, you know what I mean? We need to give a big shout out. Now, obviously we're not going to read all the stats.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those. Now, as we've mentioned in nearly every show... Rwanda.
Yep. I have no idea how they've got access to a computer and downloaded from there.
Yeah, but it could be... you never know. You never know. Computers take off all around the world, so... what interests me is the India. Which region?
I'll have a quick look at that now. Bangalore.
Ah. That's actually increased from last time.
Hey, Mayans.
Is that where you're from?
Yeah, Mayans down there.
Oh, right. Cool. Okay, guys. We know this is a free-for-all show. We're getting off topic here. Now, Vish, I think it'd be fair to say that we need to promote the shop, don't we?
Yep.
So, guys, we know we've mentioned it every show. We've got merchandise for sale, blah, blah, blah. Now, we are going to reiterate everything in the shop 10% will be going to the Mines Advisory Group. This is not a joke. We've had some horrible emails saying, "Oh, I bet you're only saying that to sell your stuff." Guys, this is genuine. We're not
promoting this just to make
money.
Just to make money for our own
Yeah.
personal benefit. This is actual PC Tech Radio stuff.
Yeah, this is actual PC Tech Radio merchandise, and we came before we started recording PC Tech Radio. This is not to the genuine fans who have downloaded and listened to us. This is to the people who have sent in these emails to answer your unpolite questions. We're not in it to make money, as Vishal said. We're giving 10% to a worthwhile cause, a worthwhile charity that has been around since the late 80s, and the work they do is absolutely astronomical. They save children's lives, they help people get their farmland back, and are able to grow food for themselves. What are you doing now? How far are you zooming? Does it give a street address?
No.
Actually, go to map. Hold on, guys. We may be able to give a shout out to one person in Sydney who, well, it's just from the one.
They live
on
Eaton Road by Grosvenor Road.
Yeah, and
Lume Road.
Yeah, basically we're giving a shout out to you. You've downloaded 4 episodes of PC Tech Radio. Thank you for your avid listening. Hope you're able to listen to the rest of the shows. Again, we're going to give out all our email addresses. I think we should do that, Vish.
Yep.
Mine is david@PCTechRadio.com. That's for all your hardware questions.
And for all your software questions, it's vishal@PCTechRadio.com.
And if you want to advertise with us here at PC Tech Radio, please contact advertising@PCTechRadio.com. And if it's for any events, that is Vish.
What is the events one? Oh, admin@PCTechRadio.com.
And if you wish to sponsor PC Tech Radio, I know we gave out a shout out in the last show for for our favourite Alienware.
Oh.
Do you know what? I reckon we should do it. I reckon we should do a 70-second ad for Alienware.
Yep.
Do you know what? I've got the perfect advert. We talked about it a couple of times, but we need that theme tune. We need that theme tune.
Oh.
We need to do a comedy style ad, right? You need to write it. I'll do the editing and everything. We'll do the audio and we'll mix it in it, and we'll put it on the Facebook group. We'll put it on the show, and I'll tell you what. We'll advertise them solid until they sponsor us. Yeah. I want them as. I'm going to say it. I'm not being brass, because as we've said, any monies we raise from sponsorship, 10% is going to the Mines Advisory Group and charities that we support.
And I can put my hand on my heart and say, never in my life would I say no to Alienware.
Exactly. And the only thing we want from Alienware is a... Nah, I'm not going to say it, just in case they say no. But, at the end of the day, guys, it's... if you want to sponsor us here at PC Tech Radio, I know we have a laugh, we have a joke on some of the shows, and we take the mick out of each other. But that is sponsorship@PCTechRadio.com. Genuine offers only, please. The last time I announced this email address, we had a load of false emails, which wasn't really fun. Thinking, but at the end of the day, we're not doing, as we've stated, we're not doing this for money. We're not doing this. Yeah, we'd love to do this as a business. Well, it is a business, so to speak, but we'd love to do this full time for you guys, because we know we've got the listeners, we know we've got people out there who do listen to the show, and hopefully, fingers crossed, Avish, we give good advice. I wouldn't say we're at the peak yet, you know what I mean? We're getting there. We are getting there. Now, as we said, PCTechRadio TV. Now, this is a new concept. This is what we're calling our video podcast. I'm still determined to get Mitchell dressed up in a dreadlock wig.
Wouldn't work. For all the people that know me, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't look.
Do you know
good.
what? I think they just take. I just think they'd rip the mick out of you constantly.
Do you know something funny? One day, I'm probably going to wear that into work. You know?
Oh, do you know what?
If I wear that into work, that's going to be the.
Do you know what? You know, the day I'll tell you what. The day we leave work to do this full time, I think we should announce where we work, because do you know that's one of the main questions we get asked on a day-to-day basis. Where is it you work now?
For the people who obviously know us, they know where we work.
Yeah, but the thing is, guys, the reason why we went into this how many shows ago? About 4 shows ago. The reason why we don't state where we work is because we don't want anybody turning up saying, "Oh, you do PC Tech Radio, you know, I've got this problem, blah blah blah, can you put it on the show?"
Not in a rude way, but we have our own lives to live and we have our jobs to do.
Yeah, and plus, if you interrupt us at work, we can get in trouble. Big time.
Especially because it's not related to the workplace. It's personal stuff.
Yeah, our workplace actually classes as personal. When we start doing this full time, if you see us in the street, you can come up, shake our hands, get an autograph.
Yeah.
You know,
for all the girls that are single, you know.
Look! Just because I've got my Russian beauty. Hey, finally not single after all these 10 years. Thank God.
You guys will see just how good I actually look. Hence why I'm not wearing the dreadlocks.
Hence why Vishal wants to be the presenter of PC Tech Radio TV.
I won't mind. Free publicity for me.
I know we're saying that it's going to be our video podcast, it's going to be on our website, we'll put it up on the Facebook group. What are we going to be covering? I know the first topic we're going to do is building a PC from scratch and how to go about it, how to install your software.
We'll do like people's questions and stuff as well. Like, we'll obviously talk about it in the show, like now, our show that we've got now. But then what we'll do is we'll talk about it and then we'll actually show it to you.
Yeah. Not only that, guys, PC Tech Radio TV will be a separate show.
Yeah.
So competitions, if we launch a competition,
we will actually show you what we're competitioning off.
Yeah.
So in case you guys think, like, we turn around and say we've got an Alienware desktop.
For Facebook, it's only 20-minute videos. I know that.
Okay, so we can cut the videos anyway.
But guys, we'll label them part 1, part 2 if we have to.
So show 1, part 1, show 1, part 2.
But we do have our YouTube account, which is PC Tech Radio. We're on there as a user.
Yep.
That is actually run by me. And basically we'll upload the full vids to YouTube, and it's just going to be another bit of fun. You'll see what we actually look like, and
you'll see me and him taking the mick out of each other while we're kind of like
you'll see me slapping him around the back of the head. You know, when
you'll see me kicking him in the nuts.
Now, I don't want to be sounding like a chipmunk while I'm doing the show.
Too late.
But you know, but like we said, we're going to use it to show competition prizes, show you actually how to. You'll see, we'll record stuff from the laptop computer on how to get rid of viruses and install software and stuff like that, because we have the utilities now. Now, this young lady recently had a near-death experience, I believe. Cheryl Cole.
Oh yeah, the malaria.
Yeah, with malaria. So we're giving a big shout out to Cheryl, even though she probably doesn't listen to this podcast.
Probably doesn't even know this podcast exists. But.
Yeah, but you know, I'm Louis Walsh. If you ever listen to this, you're a boob. You're a big boob. You don't know what you're talking about. Go back and manage Boyzone. Basically, I was unimpressed with his comments about Cheryl singing, and I don't think he had the right to say that, because she's already in.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it's said in the press.
I mean, out of everyone, the only person in the world that could have possibly had a right to say something would be Simon Cowell.
Yeah, because
Simon Cowell's been at the top and he's done it a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
And he knows what he's talking about.
I mean, Louis, no disrespect. I'm an Irishman. You're an Irishman. Even though I've got a British accent, my name is McGraw. So you know. But at the end of the day, to criticise somebody like that on national TV, especially when they're not so confident, especially because coming from a group to a solo artist is the hardest thing you can ever do.
Yeah.
And this is a first track. I mean, what did you think of this track as a first track? I know this is.
I heard it. My personal opinion about it wasn't a song that I really liked, solely on the sense that, like, okay, you can listen to it. People can listen to it. People can say it's a chill out song or it's a nice relaxed song. It's got a good beat and everything. Yeah, that's fine. I've got no problems with that. But the only thing that you don't see in this track is, how could I put it to you? Passion.
She doesn't.
There's no
push herself.
Yeah, there's no passion. It just sounds like she's reading off a script and she's just singing and there's a beat going on in the background. Yeah. That's exactly what it sounds like. We're not criticising Cheryl singing because we know she can sing. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with the voice. There's nothing wrong with the beat. It's just there is no passion involved in the track. If there's no passion involved in the track,
it's like. But again, this was I think this is off her first album.
Yeah.
First solo album. Have you heard her track with Will.i.am that she did?
I think I have. Yeah.
I'll have to get that one because that's an amazing track. I love that.
There's two of them. There's one that Will.i.am's done.
Yeah.
Featuring her.
Yeah.
And there's one that she's done featuring Will.i.am.
We're gonna have to get them for the next show. We're definitely gonna have to get them for the next show.
I can't remember the names.
But yeah, we'll be back after this song. More about PCTechRadio TV. What we're going to be doing with it, how we're going to be running it, and what we're going to be using. Okay, guys, we'll be back after this. PCTechRadio TV, which will actually before that we missed something. We've missed something.
The virus.
The virus problem. Right, we had an email.
This does not include Grandad having a cough or a cold. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll stress that point first.
Yeah, exactly. This is a serious one, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever come across this virus, it is a pain in the. I'm going to say the A word.
Pain in the backside.
Yeah, it's a pain in the backside to get rid of. It's a nightmare to remove. I will say this for the first and only time. Thank God to Symantec for doing the removal tool, because without that removal tool, you have got no chance.
No chance at all.
If I remember my way that I got rid of it, we had an email from, what was the guy's name? I can't remember his name, but I don't think it's in the inbox anymore either. Basically, from the way it was described, because it wasn't that, the way it was described, it sounds like the blaster virus. Now, Vishal, you had some experience with this virus, haven't you, or have you ever come across it?
I've had people that have actually had it.
I mean, you've seen what it does, don't you?
Oh, it's deadly.
It's nasty, isn't it? It's horrible.
It's like the nastiest thing you'll ever see.
Guys, basically what happens is, if you ever get blasted, you'll get, I can't remember what that box is called now. You'll get a box pop up anyway, which gives a 1 minute countdown.
Notification.
That's it. It's a 1 minute notification that Windows is going to turn your computer off.
Or restart itself.
And that's not the worst bit. When it goes back into Windows, if it restarts, that box pops up instantly.
Yep.
Now, it's a nightmare to get rid of. Absolute nightmare. What you need to do, you need to extend the time on that box. Now, if I remember, it's config-I.
Yeah.
And then enter in the search box. No, in the run box in your Windows. I believe it's config-I. No. But I believe it's something like that. We can clarify that later. Yeah, don't mess with any of that on there, Vish, because I haven't got it on the laptop, so. But basically, we'll find out how it's done. But basically, you do that. You extend the time limit to 4 days. So however many hours that is. You need to go onto Symantec's website and search for the removal tool for Blaster. Run it, and then basically, guys, just run it, and then it will remove it, and then it's gone. But it is a nasty virus. If you keep it on there more than, am I right in saying this? If you keep it on there more than 2 days, it completely can do some serious stuff to your software.
Can be very, 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 very bad.
So, I mean, I haven't heard from Blaster since the early 90s. Well,
Early 2000s.
Early 2000s, wasn't it? It's like the love bug, that stupid email that was going around. So, did you ever come across that one? The love bug, that email virus that was going around.
Oh yeah. Do you remember the MSN virus we covered as well? God.
That was horrible.
Oh, David was like...
I was close
to throwing his laptop at the window.
Yeah, I knew if I did that though I'd be in deep trouble, so I couldn't do it. But other than that, you know, we'll get more information on Blaster when we can. I'll email the person in question that sent us the question. Sorry, I couldn't remember your name. I'm having a granddad moment here in the studio, but hopefully we can get it sorted and go from there. But guys, right, back to PC Tech Radio TV. So Vish, we're going to cover various topics like building PCs, how to swap out cards. I would say how to replace your hard drive in a laptop.
Yeah.
Hard drive in a desktop, and we can cover stuff
installing RAM and things like that.
Yeah, we can cover all that and help out that way. So hopefully we can help that way. Once we launch PC Tech Radio TV, you'll see it on the YouTube channel PC Tech Radio, which we'll set up, and we can take advice, criticism, or whatever you have for us on the Facebook group, on Twitter, on the YouTube group as well. But guys, all we can say on this free for all show is thanks for tuning in to PC Tech Radio. Thanks for listening, and you know, we hope to continue well into our 60s. But we hope
he's only a few years away from that.
Oh, stop it, will you? Stop it. We hope that we are able to provide some good quality information for you guys. I know we go off on tangents sometimes, but we want to give the best information we can. We know some of the stuff that we talk about is very opinionated and things like that. I mean, but it's, at the end of the day, we're trying to give constructive
criticisms and constructive advice
on stuff that we've dealt with.
Yeah.
You know, and
we're only saying it because that's what we've seen and that's how we felt about it, and we're
this is how
advice.
We go about it,
yeah.
and hopefully we've passed.
This is how we'd go about it, and this is why we would do it.
Yeah, I mean, guys, we want you to get in touch with us. We want you to sort of say, yeah, guys, thanks for the help, or you know, if we have managed to help you in any of our shows, even if you want to, you know, put us down and say you guys are a waste of space, you don't know what you're doing, you're talking nonsense, we don't mind, because we will answer you back on the show. We'll just wait for the next free for all show, and we'll go half the level at you, you know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we?
All good in the hood.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a bit tongue-tied there. But you know, obviously we've got we obviously don't do this full time as yet, but hopefully when certain things fall into place
Oh yeah.
One question we did have though, quickly, because we're getting to the 2-hour mark on the show, and it's going to be about time to log off, I think, Bish. One question that we did have: will we, when we do the video podcasts, will we be releasing them as a DVD?
We could do, yeah.
We could do, guys. Now, we want your opinion on this. If you want to see our video podcasts as a DVD, let us know at admin@PCTechRadio.com or david@PCTechRadio.com, or even email Vishal, because he's getting quite lonely now. He's had no questions for 2 days, apart from the one from Phil, which we've left till this show to answer. So email Vishal@PCTechRadio.com. Give him some real stumper of questions so that we can hear him trip up live.
Nah.
Send them all to me instead then. I don't mind. I don't mind making a fool of myself. Anyway, guys, we've hit the 2-hour mark. We're going to play our closing track and then we'll be back to close down the show.
Yep.
This is Vish.
And our next track is Joe featuring Nas and Mariah Carey. And it's called Thank God I Found You. And it's a Make It Last remix.
Okay. Guys, we'll be back after this to close down. We'll speak to you soon.